I'm Kyoko Minamoto, VP/PR of Global Family. We are so glad to have you with us today. So we encourage everyone to turn on your cameras, but please leave your microphone on mute unless you are speaking. Okay, let's welcome Global Family President Joseph with a big round of
Wonderful.
applause.
Thank you so much, everybody, for coming out. The truth is that right now, I know there are lots of events going on in our various districts. It's club officer training season in Japan, and club officer training season just finished in District 67, Taiwan. And we've also had special meetings going on. We've had special events. So we have our district director for District 67, Alex Huang, in Korea. And we have all these things happening. And so it's been a busy, busy season, and it's getting to the end of the year. And so there's also all the crazy that happens in December and holidays in different places and a busy season. So I thank everybody for coming out and making time for Global Family. And tonight, I love this theme that we have, falling leaves, raising spirits, beautifully picked. And also, this is from a ginkgo tree, one of my favorite trees in Japan, right behind the maple tree when it comes to fall. And you can still catch some of these trees in their golden color in certain parts of Japan at this time of the year. So a very wonderful pick. And you might be thinking, well, with such a Japan fall theme, who is our Toastmaster of the meeting? Well, the answer, of course, is very easy, and that is Andy. And the truth is that while Andy has been a charter member of Global Family, I was realizing, oh, I actually don't know Andy as well as I thought I did. And here's something very interesting I learned about Andy in getting to introduce her. I love the double shot. Thank you so much to our Zoom master. Not only is she a member of District 76 and the founder of the One World Toastmasters Club, this One World Toastmasters Club is super special because it has the distinction of being the first hybrid Toastmasters Club in Japan. And this is where she met Teresa, one of our golden stars in Global Family and one of my very dear friends. I mean, all of you are my friends. Please don't take that wrong. I love all of you equally. I'm so sorry. I shouldn't have said that. I'm going to backpedal. But anyway, tonight you have a wonderful Toastmaster of the meeting, Andy, with all of her experience that she's been sharing with Global Family. We're in great hands. We're going to have a great night. Thank you so much for coming. And it is now my pleasure to welcome up Andy. The stage is yours.
Thank you very much, Joseph, for a nice introduction. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, Toastmasters and welcome guests. I'm Andy Mizukami, your Toastmaster of the meeting today. It's wonderful to see our global family gathered again, full of energy, warm smiles, and a shared desire to grow together as communicators and leaders. Our theme today is falling leaves, raising spirits. As the season turns and the leaves drift gracefully to the ground, we too can release our old burdens and lift our spirits toward fresh ideas and new perspectives. Let's enjoy the uplifting atmosphere as we start today's meeting. Now, let me introduce our essential role takers who help the meeting flow smoothly. Today's timer is Kyoko Minamoto. Kyoko, please wave and give us a big smile. Next, today's accountant, Patsy Wood. Please give us the wave and big smile. Thank you both for taking on your role tonight. Now, let's move on to the prepared speech session, where our speakers share their ideas and the stories and skills with us. Our first speaker is Von Eric Chandok, GTM. He's always supportive and positive, and he shares inspiring message on Facebook. He delivered the Pathways Presentation Mastery Level 1 speech. vocal variety, and body language. The speech duration is 5 to 7 minutes. Project title is Moments of 2025. Moments of 2025. Von Eric Tentak. Everyone, please join me in welcoming Von Eric.
Fellow Toastmasters, good evening. Tonight, I invite you to take a quick trip with me into the magical, mysterious, slightly chaotic world of 2025. Now, 2025 is just about to end, and yet I already had moments. The kind of moments that make you laugh, cry, or question whether your coffee was decaf when it absolutely should not have been. But before we dive in, let me warm up my vocal cords. 2025! That's my vocal variety for tonight. Thank you. And if you saw me stretch my arms like a confused bird trying to take a flight, that was my body language. You're welcome. Now, it's time to dive in to these moments of 2025. Moment number one, the resolution that backfired. Every year, I pick a resolution. This year's brilliant idea? Be more spontaneous. Sounds fun, right? Well, on January 3, I decided to be spontaneous by waking up at 5 in the morning for a sunrise jogging. I opened my window with excitement. Then I closed it immediately. It was still dark. It's cold. And I'm pretty sure the universe whispered, "Go back to bed." That morning, I learned something important. Spontaneity is wonderful, but it should not happen before 10 in the morning. Moment number two, the technology triumph. My second moment of 2025 was when I finally learned how to use all the features on my not so new smartphone. You know that feeling when you push a button and it does exactly what you want? You feel powerful, like a digital wizard. But then, 10 minutes later, I discovered I had accidentally turned on a setting that made the phone read out every notification out loud in the public. Nothing is quite humbling as walking in the public while your phone announces, "Reminder, drink more water. Yes, you." The moment taught me a courage. Not the big, dramatic kind. No, the courage to face strangers who now know I forgot to hydrate. Let's go to moment number three, the human connection. Now, there was a quieter, more meaningful moment of 2025 for me too. One day, I was rushing because apparently that's my personality now. To get somewhere more important. I had my phone, my bag, my stress, everything. And then I saw an elderly woman struggling with her groceries. I hesitated. I had things to do. I'm in a rush. But something in me said, in a soft, gentle voice, stop. And so I did. I helped her carry the bag, and she smiled with me with a warmth I haven't since my mother used to say to me, I'm proud of you. That moment lasted only 2 minutes, but it stayed with me. It reminded me that 2025 isn't about how fast we move, but how present we are while moving. Moment number 4. The Toastmasters Epiphany. And now, here I am speaking in front of you all, sharing my moments of 2025. Fellow Toastmasters, the moment I walked into this club, I saw people speaking with confidence, passion, and dramatic hand gestures that could possibly direct a traffic. That's when I realized this is where I learned to communicate, not just with words, but with energy. Toastmasters give us a gift, the chance to make ordinary moments to add a sprinkle of vocal variety. Also to add whisper or maybe a punch or maybe a twist. So fellow Toastmasters, what have my moments of 2025 taught me? Well, number 1, be spontaneous, but maybe after 10 in the morning. Embrace technology, even if it embarrasses you. Above all, stay human, especially when you're in a hurry. Even if you're in the downtown of Tokyo or you're in Taipei, stay human. And speak boldly, courageously, because your story might inspire someone else. My friends, 2025 isn't just ending. We are still shaping it, moment by moment. So I encourage you, let's step into this year with open heart, expressive hands, and voices that aren't afraid to rise, fall, whisper, or roar. After all, it takes only a moment to change a year. And a year to change a life. Madam Toastmaster.
Wow. Thank you, Eric, for sharing those meaningful and inspiring moments with us. The 30-second comment time. Please send your comments to Eric through the Zoom chat box. Kyoko, could you let us know when 30 seconds have passed?
Thirty seconds has passed.
Thank you. Okay. Now, our second speaker is Simone Nash, DTM. Simone is a past District 67 director with deep expertise in the Toastmasters education program. Her speech today is a level 1 evaluation and feedback project on the presentation mastery. The speech duration is 5 to 7 minutes. Project title is When Things Get Tough. When Things Get Tough. Simon Dash. Simon, screen is yours.
You never know how strong you are until being strong is the only choice you have. Guess who said that? Bob Marley. Today I want to talk about when things get tough and to share with you 3 tips. This is not something I've researched and just want to talk about for the sake of talking about this topic. This is something very personal to me for the last several months. I just feel like things have been a little bit tough. First, control what you can. Don't sweat the stuff you can't control. Sounds logical, doesn't it? But I have to remind myself. Now, I've gotten used to this, so I'm pretty good when I start feeling like, why am I feeling so stressed? Okay, it's because I'm sweating about the stuff I can't control. For example, let's take a Toastmasters example. When we are working with a team, and many of you are leaders, can you control every aspect of the output of your team? No, it's impossible. Especially in Toastmasters, we're a volunteer organization. What you can control, though, and what I tell myself, Simone, what you can control is, have you shared a clear enough vision with your team? Have you helped each member in your team understand what their role is? Have you answered all of their questions? Or even back up a little bit, have you given them the opportunity to ask questions? And then have you supported them as best you can throughout the project period? When it comes to putting on the show that we've all been working towards, well, you can't control everything, I tell myself. And I know that time and time again, after running so many projects, leading so many different events, that's the reality. The second is slow down before you react. Sometimes recently, last few months, I just feel like maybe I've been saying yes a little bit too much. How about you guys? Well, by saying yes, it's good because you get lots of opportunities. You get, opportunities to do things maybe you don't normally do. Like, for example, last week, Joseph and I were involved in doing training, COT training for District 76. That was such an awesome opportunity for me. I love doing COT training. So I definitely said yes. I did it for 2 nights, Tuesday and a Thursday in the same week. But when it came to the actual time to do it, like the hour leading up to that time, I started to feel like, oh my God, I'm so tired. I feel like if I put my head on the pillow, oh, I'll be gone. But I had to drink coffee and make myself stay awake. And I really felt like I felt bothered, not because of anything anybody else did. I just had too many deadlines looming and not enough sleep. So what did I do? I just slowed down. I slowed down so that I could talk to myself in my head and just say, okay, Simone, yep, you are stressed. You are so tired. You could just fall asleep right now. But hey, you've got this great opportunity to go online and do this training. And it's going to be great. It's your favorite topic about PR. So what could be better than that? So rather than me getting a bit grumpy, like with my husband or other people beforehand, I just decided to slow down and actually become a little bit quieter, just to allow myself to find my peace, that center again. So slow down before you react. Sometimes our stress can make us react negatively, and then the people around us suffer. That's not fair. Now, number 3, keep showing up. Even if you think you can't, or you can show up, but you think you might do badly. Well, let me tell you another real story. Last Friday evening, I had one of my in-person Toastmasters meetings, and that afternoon, one of my cats passed away. I've been struggling with her for months, like 3 or 4 months. And then the last couple of days before that were really hard. So I was expecting her to go. But just that afternoon, I was at the animal hospital. And because she was suffering, we had to put her to sleep. And can you imagine, just 2 hours later, I needed to show up at my Toastmasters meeting where everybody looks at me like, oh, you are the role model. And, so I've got to like smile and, be myself, be the person my fellow Toastmasters in that club see every time. Was that easy? Well, to be honest, it was easier than what I thought. I thought I couldn't possibly show up and be smiley and a good speaker on the stage and all that. But I decided I had to show up because I had promised that. And so when I showed up, you know what? Even though I was feeling so awful from what had happened in the afternoon, just being with those people that I enjoyed being with so much, that made it all feel so much better, even just for that 2 hours. So everybody, control what you can, slow down before you react, keep showing up. And remember, tough times never last, but tough people do, like us. Somebody very smart said that, Robert H. Schuller. Back to you, Toastmaster.
Thank you, Simone, for sharing such a practical and experience-based tips. They're truly helpful and something we can put into action right away. Thank you. Now, 30-second comment time. Please send your comment to Simone through the Zoom chat box. Kyoko, please let us know when 30 seconds have passed.
30 seconds has passed.
Thank you. Now we move on to the exciting and heart-pounding table topic section. This session challenges us to think on our feet and speak from the heart. Tonight's table topic master is Harry von DTM. Harry is a former District 67 governor and a highly respected mentor. He's also considered a godfather to many District 67 members. Harry, the screen is yours.
I think we're having a microphone trouble issue, Harry. I don't hear you. Let's see, it's muted. Hmm.
Harry, we can't hear you.
Yes, I think he's having some problems with his audio. Unfortunately, no. I can see a lot of talking happening.
Hello.
Oh, there it is. Yes, good.
Wonderful. Okay, sorry. Okay, good. So, hello again. So, as we step into today's theme, falling leaves and raising spirits, I invite you to all to picture this moment like a gentle autumn breeze. Leaves fall not because they are losing something, but because they are making space for renewal. Just like those leaves, every story we share in this meeting has the power to lift someone's spirit, including our own. So table topic is all about the embracing the unexpected. Just like a leaf drifting in the wind, we don't always know where we'll land, but the journey can be surprisingly uplifting. So there are I would like to invite some of the members who do not have assignment, and you have 1 to 2 minutes to answer the question. The first question I would like to ask is, autumn is a season of change. So what change in your life are you embracing right now? May I invite Alex to tell us? Alex Huang, hello.
Ah,
Good.
Oh, Harry, could you repeat the question? Thank you.
The question is, autumn is a season of change. What change in your life are you embracing right now?
Thank you, our godfather, Mr. Tabletop Master. When I was a student in junior high school, I got a chance to be a leader for a very small group. That was a graduation trip with all my classmates. And I was very nervous and the people who get anxious easily. So in my memory, I kind of mess up all the things and just escape from people that really close me. So for a long time, I couldn't believe I could be a member. I could be a leader because it was my nightmare, especially to face lots of people and different thinking, different emotion. I even know how to take care of people. I started to serve as a leader in Toastmasters in 2007 as a club president. That was another nightmare for me because most of the officer and member are just gone within 3 months because we have a very special officer. But I think I learned one thing, even though I face this nightmare, is that I think I'm a member who always had persistence on something. Even though sometimes I look very chill, but in my heart, I'm a very loyal person to everything I really kind of agree with, like Toastmasters. So I think this question is very special for me because looking back, a when I was a 11-year kid, I had no experience about being a leader, and that was such a nightmare for me. But until now, I still have some difficulty in life, even though in Toastmasters. But I think that I am just trying to face it, keep showing up, and do what I can do. And I think that those nightmares became a serendipity in my life. I'm in Gangnam, Korea. I just finished a wonderful keynote speech with a member in Korea. I think that Toastmasters is my dream place, and I truly feel honored and grateful for all the moments I have. Thank you. Back to Session Master.
That's wonderful. You're going to create lots of wonderful moments for yourself and this community, which
Thank
is
you.
wonderful. So the next question would be, all leaves fall to make way for new growth. What's one thing you have let fall from your life this year to make space for something better? I put it in the chat box too. So for this question, may I invite Teresa, now stationed in Japan. Teresa.
Okay, thank you. Let me take a look closely. Olive for to make way for new growth. Okay, I think life is like a circulation, like plants, trees. They fall. The leaves fall in autumn or winter. But next year, the new leaves, the green leaves come out. Spring again. When spring coming. People too. Maybe not because of the season, but the winter, the severe winter is like difficulties or frustrations of our lifetime. Sometimes we have to face this kind of unexpected difficulties. But if we have the courage to face and to challenge ourselves to improve, we will have stronger wings to fly higher. In my Toastmaster years, 23 years, I have many experiences, especially the year during my district directorship year. A lot of things happened. Of course, we have to face the difficulties. But I encountered and I had the courage to face it and change myself to adapt it. That's why I grow and change. I think that's like the growth of the leaves. The old me died, and the new one give birth to myself. I have a young heart. Even I'm facing difficulties in Japan, facing aging problem, because I cannot remember all the Japanese that I learned. But I still stay put and keep going. That's the way I take the challenge of difficulties. Thank you. Back to Harry.
Thank you for wonderful sharing. You always look young to me, even though you say you joined Toastmasters for 23 years. Amazing.
Yes.
Wonderful. So the next question, if falling, put it on the checkbox, if falling leaves could sing a song to lift our spirits, what lyrics or message do you think they share? For this question, may I invite DTM Tracy Baker. the
This is the
commenter.
perfect Tracy question. Yes.
Konnichiwa, fellow Toastmasters. This is such a beautiful day. Always remember that it only takes a moment to change a year. And for the past half a year, I have had the pleasure of being part of this wonderful tree that has started from an acorn but has budded into a beautiful branch of life. And I am so thrilled that we have two Simones here, a double shot of beauty and wonder and excitement. And I am glad to be here. But if the song that I would pick to talk about power and energy and love is something that is already in place. And I'm actually a little bit embarrassed because I was stationed in Seoul, South Korea for quite some time. And right outside the gate, I would go and buy purses and different types of items and jackets and suits. And I never knew that district was called Gangnam until I saw Alex and his name and he's there. And I wish I was there right now because if it could, I would go back and I would enjoy that beautiful song and I would do the dance, Gangnam style, because it is awesome. I am just so surprised that I was there and did not know. Isn't that how we are in Toastmasters, fellow Toastmasters? We're right there as a good group. We're right there as good speakers. But sometimes we don't know. So sometimes we have to be reminded. So I'm going to remind you all today that this is a wonderful club. It's a beautiful club. This will probably be one of my last meetings because I have a conflict every Sunday. But I'll come in when I can. But I will tell you that at the end of the day, every single one of you all should get up and do some Gangnam style. Because every single one of you knows that you all are the trees, the branches, the leaves that fall, but instead of falling, you're making new life, you're making new decisions for your life, and at the same time, you are going to continue to grow in a budding atmosphere of beauty and wonder all the way in Asia, all the way in China and Japan, and especially in Korea. So continue to shine, continue to grow, and at the end of the day, enjoy your Gangnam style.
Wonderful. Thank you. Thank you, Tracy. You're so eloquent. Wonderful. Well, the next question is, tell us about time when you help raise someone else's spirits, even in a small way. For this question, may I invite Simone Granham, who is with us, tonight. Simone Granham?
There is so much power in a smile. There is so much power in being present. And one thing I love to say is energy goes where energy flows. And a time that I raised someone's spirit just by showing up, just by being there, was one day when I actually went to a hospital. And my friend was standing in the line. She was waiting to meet her mom. And she was, a hospital, you know how that can be stressful and challenging. But when she saw me, she said, "Girl." As a matter of fact, she's a Toastmaster as well. She's actually a division director. And she said, "Young girl." And I turned around and I smiled. And the smile that I had caused her to smile. And she said, "Listen, a long time I'm gonna see you, And she said, "I'm so happy to see you." And then we just started talking. And it was like she completely forgot about the fact that her mom, we were standing in line going into the hospital. And it's like for just a moment, she completely forgot about, whatever experience she was having with her mom. And she was more focused on the amazing things that was going on in Toastmasters and what she wanted to achieve and how happy she was to see me and how grateful she was that, I was back in Toastmasters and all of those things because I've been away for more than 2 years. And I thought about that. And I said, you know what? I'm happy that I'm here today. I'm happy that I'm well, I'm healthy, I'm alive. And I could actually just smile when she said, "Young girl," and it brought me to a place of the value of showing up, the value of being present, the value of understanding that just a smile can transform so many things. And that experience that day, it actually made her day. And I felt really good to be able to do that because she didn't leave the hospital that day feeling sad or depressed or anything. She actually felt, a lot of vim, of vigor and vitality as she was heading to the ward to see her mom. And when she was leaving, she felt excited that she saw this young girl and she was able to reconnect. And so I thought that was super powerful. Thank you, Mr. Table Topics Master.
Thank you. Wonderful. Indeed, smiling has such a big power. The next question. If you could decide the perfect autumn day to refresh your soul, what would it be like? For this question, may I invite Catherine Lee from Toronto.
Yeah, I can hear. Can you repeat the
question? You can take a look at the checkbox. Anyway, if you could design the perfect autumn day to refresh your soul, what would it look like?
Okay. I'm still working, so I don't. Only on the weekends I would have the time for myself to do something. So in order that I could refresh after a whole week, then I would like to hang out with my friends, and then we do a lot of things in the weekends. We go hiking, we go have food, and then we play games, and we do a lot of things. And then in order that we motivated ourselves, and especially even now Toronto is snowing, and this desire to stay active and to do exercise, to be healthy, is still always in my mind. So I try to encourage even my friends to go hiking, even in the winter time, even if it's snowing. As long as we wear enough clothing, we put gloves, and then we really go to the parks, go to enjoy the snow, enjoy the pictures, the photos, and then we do a lot of things together. And I think that is something that will be perfect for to spend time together with friends and then to create that atmosphere. Okay, back to you, Toastmaster.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. That's all. We have a great speaker tonight. Thank you so much. So may I return control to our TME?
Okay.
Thank you. Yeah.
Okay, thank you very much, Harry, for the spirit lifting table topic section. And thank you to all our courageous table topic speakers. Now, let's move on to the evaluation section, where we receive constructive feedback that helps us grow as speakers and leaders. Our general evaluator today is Alex Hong, the current District 67 Director. He will oversee the evaluation segment and guide us through constructive feedback. Alex, please take it away.
Thank you, Toastmaster Andy. Now I'm in Gangnam, the heart for South Korea. In Toastmasters, the heart of Toastmasters is evaluation. We're here to learn, to grow with fun. In Grow Family, we provide the most exotic and fulfilled evaluation for the member to improve. Today we have two wonderful evaluators, and the first one is my team member. He's so decent, he's always so heartfelt, and he always create the best coffee for us. The first best one. The first individual evaluator is currently at District 67, the justice manager, and also area director for area F5. Let's work on the first IE. Jay Chen, the floor is yours.
Thank you, General Evaluator. And Eric, I'm so happy to attend your speech and being so honored to be your evaluator once again. Your speech, Moments of 2025, opening by inviting audiences to your life scenes, is a very good example to start a speech. You use a very simple and clear speech structure one point with one life example and gestures. This made audience easily and naturally connected to your story with vivid image. And the 4 short stories in your speech. First one, New Year resolution. You speak about spontaneous and the gestures of opening and close window is a good example for body language. The embracing technology by using the handy intelligent smartphone make you feel powerful. And when you speak powerful is a good example of vocal variety. And also you demonstrated a very good sense of humor in this short story when your phone read out the notifications loud out in the public. The third one I love so much is about the human connection. While you are rushing up, you still can stop and pause and do the human things. And it brings us the sense of. And number 4, back to the Toastmaster in one family. And the key sentence is communicate with energy. And once again, you demonstrated vocal variety with whisper, punch, and twist. Okay. Overall, this is a very good example for the level 1 and option 1 project. And 3 clear takeaway message: spontaneity, embracing technology, and stay human are very memorable and easy takeaway message. If I can humbly give you any suggestions, I would rather suggest you to cut off the part after the red signal, because your speech pace is mid to low and never rush up. This is your already matured style. You don't have to change that, but think about cutting off the part after the red signal so that your speech length can be maintained within the time limit. Overall, I love your speech and I enjoyed so much with these little stories and the moments of 2025. I hope very soon I will be attending your speech once again. Back to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you, Coffee Master Jack Chan. Wonderful evaluation to help a member to improve. The second individual evaluator is a good friend of mine. When he served as a division director, and I was his successor. Now this year, he served his role again, and I would say he's a rising international leader among all the members, and he's a president for our club, and also he's charting another international club called Global Voices. Without further ado, let's welcome our second evaluator, Joseph Calvin.
Today, we got a classic Simone speech. Simone, the way that she speaks is always impactful. And what makes her stories work is the fact that Simone comes at everything with a very clear structure. There are surprises in a Simone Nash speech, but there's surprises that come in a very nice package, a Christmas present. I know we have a fall theme, but it's a Christmas present to me. And the packaging, that clear structure of the tips, as well as the lead-in with your Bob Marley story and the outro with a call to action, really makes everything work. But a good structure doesn't necessarily make a good speech. There's something about also the value of it and the small bits of surprises along the way. Now, what I really loved about the surprise of the speech is actually in the opening, because that opening was done in such a really captivating way, where you use a quote about strong, it's easy to be strong when strong is all you have, and then surprise us with a question. Do you know who said that? And everyone sort of thinks, was it Steve Jobs? Was it Bill Gates? No, it was Bob Marley. wonderful twist. But also, I really love the idea of quoting Bob Marley in a very international club where maybe some of our Japan and Taiwan based members don't know that, because I think it really expands people's scope. So I absolutely loved it. Now, the a good quality speech brings meaning and impact. There's value in it. And being a global family and a lot of advanced speakers and leaders, seeing you kind of share from the leader perspective, from a trainer perspective about difficulties and being honest about that was really good. And I think it worked fantastically well in your speech tonight. And so all of that was good. Then the other thing that I quite liked was the way that you used your background today. By having your points sitting here, just these clear things, we as your audience know exactly where you're going and what the key things that you have to say, what those are. So all of that worked perfectly. Now, if you look on the agenda, you'll notice that this is the second speech for a feedback speech. And so I contacted Simone to ask, what was the last feedback you got? And she had done a different speech. But the main bit of feedback was about the closing, getting to, sealing the deal, finishing it off. And I thought that that section was better. I think that you improved on being able to actually have a call to action, but it came, I felt, a little too late. And so while it's improved, I think it's still a point to kind of give a little bit more space to allow yourself to get through the good stories, to get through the good points, and then right as that red comes up, maybe go into your conclusion or back it up a little bit so you have just a bit more time, review, give the call to action, and then close it up. I think you've improved on it. I can definitely feel that that point in that space was there, but try to create just a little bit more, and I think that'll really enhance the overall structure. Very nice job, Simone, and I'm going to go listen to some Bob Marley tonight. Thank you.
Thank you, Joseph. Now let me call the timer report.
Timer record. Okay. Jade, 3 minutes and 24 seconds. And then Joseph, 3 minutes and 32 seconds. That's all.
Thank you, Coco from Tokyo. Next, let me call the accountant report from Patsy.
Oh, okay. Thank you. And for the first speaker, Eric, was very clean, couldn't catch anything. The second speaker, Simone, because you emphasized the thing that you had repeated the word. I called up 4 different words you repeated. That's redundance. So table topics, Alice, 3 acts, 1 repeated, 3 song, 6 and those extras. Teresa, 4 arts, and for Tracy, clean. For Simone, so 1 R, 1 repeated, 1 extra and. For Catherine, 3 arts. Evaluator J, 5 and. That's extra and. And Joe was clean. Thank you. Back to our general evaluator.
Thank you for hard working accountant Patsy. Now let me start my general feedback for all the meetings. Today's a wonderful and fabulous meeting. I'm in Gangnam. I not only experienced a very advanced, high-quality Toastmaster meeting, but also I can experience that this club is not only a club, it's international, it's a club full of global leaders. It's really the feeling in my heart. And I want to use some time to recognize our club leader, Joseph Calvin, because our founders, mentors, sponsors started this club alone by a small group of people. With all your support, we can make this thing happen. But I think that Joseph Calvin, you really need a team to build this club as a family. First one, you are really passionate about introduce our members. You show your caring to all the assignment takers. You focus on create those spark among all the members. We can feel that and chemistry. The third, you introduce all the members in gentle way. I can see that you really show your sincerity in the club because you just keep typing those sweet words in the chatting bus to be a very warm reminders. I'm really touched by your devotion and your hard working for this club. So let's give our club president a big round of applause. Good job. Good job. I got one moment about the sharing of feedback after all the speeches in the 30 seconds. I think everyone is put their heart to help our member to improve. That's really a magical moment for this club. And also I think it's our spotlight. For our club, I only have one suggestion instead, because when we had online meeting, everyone became very sensitive about all the things, about the background, about the voices, about the functions. Maybe we can have a theme music as a background music. Maybe when we start a meeting, we can have maybe alternately, maybe. So I think that the meeting will be more vivid and colorful. And for this family, we study alone. Thank you for everyone. We have family already. I think not only we are enjoying a wonderful meeting, but also we are read a book called Global Family. So fellow members, dear leaders, let's stay together and learn together and enjoy the family vibe. Back to Toastmasters, Andy.
Okay. Thank you very much, Alex, for your thoughtful and comprehensive evolution. Maybe adding music to the beginning and the ending, or you can sing. It's very nice and good atmosphere will be added to our meeting. Good idea. Okay, thank you very much. Right? And thank you to all evaluators and role takers for your excellent contribution today. Now I will return the control of the meeting to our club president, Joseph Calpin, DTM.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, everybody. And all I can say is Alex's general evaluation shows one very clear thing to me, that in chartering this club, Tracy's effect has really rubbed off on him. The suggestion of a theme song is a perfect Tracy suggestion because that man comes with music. And this is something I love because it shows me that global family, it doesn't just operate as a club. It also impacts who we are as people. It's changed my speaking and leadership style, and I think it's changed Alex's as well. So really wonderful. And I wanted first, before I get too far along, just to take a moment to really thank Tracy. Von Erich has also been our coach as well. These two individuals, while they've worked with also the team of sponsors and our charter officers, these two in particular have taken extra time to constantly give us feedback, to really help guide us in so many ways. And so I want to thank both of you for your time. And when I got the email from Toastmasters International that said, oh, it's 6 months, did they do their job? Do they get the credit? I was like, no, I want to say no because I don't want it to end. But I have to say, when I wrote that email, I said these two have fulfilled their roles above and beyond what one could expect from this sort of role. And so thank you so much for how you have served us. Thank you for how you have taught us. Tracy, you have given so much time with creatively maneuvering your schedule. So I greatly appreciate it. And whenever you have time to show up, please feel free to. And also, you're in our WhatsApp group. I'd love to hear from you. So that's that. We're going to be closing the meeting, but we've had a lot of guests today that have come in and out during the meeting. And our first guest that came in today was Catherine. And so, Catherine, are you able to give me a little bit of feedback? What did you think of today? Maybe Catherine has stepped away. I'll come back to Catherine, but I see Simone Graham already has her camera open. And so, Simone, how was today for you?
Today's meeting was lovely. It was refreshing. And I particularly enjoyed there are two segments that I really liked. So after each speaker spoke, we were given 30 seconds to share. I like that. It's new for me. And I think it's such, it adds so much because the speaker is actually looking forward to what the audience is going to say, what was their takeaway. And I also quite enjoyed the evaluations, as I would have shared in the chat. I love being in this club. I really would love to be more in this club, can I say? And I'm looking forward to coming back to the meetings. I had so sorry about the kerfuffle in the background, but I just wanted you to know that it was really wonderful to be here. It's Sunday morning in Jamaica, and it was really, really wonderful to start my day with the Global Family Toastmasters. I enjoy the atmosphere. Thank you for my virtual background. It's absolutely gorgeous. I can see that a lot of thought and love went into the preparation of this meeting. I really enjoyed the speeches, and I'm looking forward to learning and growing in this particular space as an advanced club. I think it's top notch, and I'm looking forward to returning. Absolutely
Thank
enjoyed
you.
it. Thank you so
Thank you
much.
so much, Simone. I greatly appreciate it. A couple days ago, or actually, I think just even this morning, I was like, Simone, I hope I'll see you again. Like, yes, 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 I'll be there. Really wonderful. Absolutely a gift. Catherine, can we hear from you?
Hi. Yeah, it's great meeting. I haven't attended Toastmaster meeting for a long time, and when I come back this time now, I find that yeah, something come back to me, right? With all these energy, motivation, and I really enjoy yeah, you are very experienced and able to host the meeting so well. And yeah, it's a push for me to learn something new again and then to meet with you people. And I think I really enjoyed the meeting today. Thank you.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, Catherine. Very, very good. I'm also delighted to have another member joining from Canada. I feel like our Canadian representation is very strong because we have Patsy from Calgary, we have Von Eric from Edmonton, we have Catherine from Toronto. This is good. I really appreciate the Canadian
But
representation.
actually, even though I'm in Toronto, I don't speak English that much. So it's a good learning time for me.
That's great. I really appreciate it.
Mhm.
Now, okay, so I think we still have Alex here for just a second. Alex, do you mind sharing just a little bit about your weekend in Korea with us as our kind of networking session?
Okay, sure. Okay. Okay. So I think what I truly experienced from the event is called Year in Party Speech Festival from different District 93. It's really, really a very creative event because let me tell you, they got a non-Korean speech contest. So they have a contest for non-Korean to speak Korean. And also they got a Japanese speech contest, Mandarin speech contest. So especially a event for some members who cannot have a chance to speak. And also they got a leadership speech contest for the district leaders. So I really learn a lot from the event, and everything is so detail oriented, and I can see lots of creativity and new idea among all. And what I amazed is that their members are really young and talented. So they have lots of new members around the corner. They have nearly 200 participants. So I think next time I can share more because I can limit it. And I think that it's a wonderful event. So back to Joe. Thank you.
Wonderful. I I love the idea of a speech festival. Okay, I've written it down on a paper because I think my division should have a speech festival at the end of the term. I want it so badly. Great. Before I call the meeting adjourned, I'm so sorry. Patsy, our dear VP and wonderful, wonderful individual has reminded me we haven't taken a group photo. Tracy, I don't know if you are still somewhere out in the internet and able to turn on your camera. You do have a lovely profile photo though, so it's still okay. But I'd love to be able to do a group photo. Ah, he's got it. Oh, perfect. Okay. Patsy, do you mind facilitating?
I'd be happy to take a photo. So, welcoming the Monday. Wow, let's calm down. 3. Make sure you smile. 2. 1. Yeah. Thank you. Back to our president.
Thank you so much. Very good. And again, a big thank you to Tracy and Von Erich. While I have both of you still cameras on, can I just get like 2 sentences from each of you? Because I've realized if this is the end of that journey. And so I need to at least get a couple sentences to mark the moment. And so, Tracy, do you mind if I start with you first? I know I've got you in the kitchen there.
Absolutely, Mr. President. Fellow Toastmasters, we're global. And I don't mean that just in the sense of being international. We are big, we are prodigious, we are proud, we are leaders. I just really enjoy coming to this club. It's really a lot of power and energy, as you all know. But it's even better for me when I can bring a person like Simone Graham here to witness it and for her to embrace it and say, wow, I want to be here. So I hope that she comes and joins because she would benefit immensely for this meeting. But also just the beautiful diversity and all the different people that are here. It's been a pleasure. I won't be a stranger. I just won't be able to be here every single meeting. I'll just kind of rearrange. So for those of you who don't know, at 10 o'clock here in the United States, it's 10 o'clock there most times of the year. At 10 o'clock is when my church starts. So it goes from 10 to 12. So every time I've been here, I've had to miss an hour, hour and a half of my church. And that's kind of something that's very important to me. So I will definitely come back and check you folks out. But I just want you all to continue your Gangnam style and continue being the wonderful leaders that you all are, including with Simone P. Graham as your brand new newest member. Yay!
Yes,
Take
Simone
Love you.
joined. Call, say yes. I love it. I would be so happy, Simone. We would really love that. And so let's keep in touch. I want you to be a global family member. That would be fantastic. Von Erich, as our other mentor, can I hear a little bit from you?
Certainly, Mr. President. Well, I already emphasized it in my speech a while ago, in my prepared speech. When I walk out into this club, I saw all of you confident, speaking with passion. However, I learned that this is not the place where I will only not to learn to communicate. I will communicate not only with words, and I mentioned that in that sentence, but with energy. So here I am, global family. We're sharing one vision, one passion. However, we are different because we have a different culture, different Toastmasters culture. But here we are, one voices, one vision. And yes, I will try my best to be here always. I'm running for district director. I'm planning actually. So it will be very busy for me because we are in a new district. And as you know, region 1 to 7, there's a big realignment. So if I make it, it will be a busy year for me. If I don't make it, I'll still be very busy because of the campaign. It will start this. Actually, the candidacy is already starting now when you announce your candidacy. So I'm planning to run. I'm still thinking, I'm still communicating to people, to friends, Toastmasters mentors, if I should go into this another journey because it takes a lot of my time, to be honest. I try to jungle all my things. Sometimes I don't have enough sleep. Sometimes I woke up in the 1 in the morning because my fear of not attending the meeting, and I don't want that. Like, that's integrity. When I say yes, I should do it. And sometimes I have to balance my time between family and me, my work. So I'll still be here. I love the club. I love you all. I'll try my very best to be in the meeting.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, Von Erich. And again, a big thank you to Tracy. Both of you have done so much to really shape our clubs. And also, in giving a shout out to them, really Simone and Harry as our club sponsors who really pushed the club and brought it together, have done so much as well. Now, friends, that ends our formal meeting. I know it's a little bit past time, but thank you so much for taking time. I'm just going to put this link in the chat. This is for our guests, Catherine and Simone. If you don't get our emails that come before the meeting, you can just take a quick moment to fill that out so you can get those. It usually includes the agenda, the poster that Kyoko makes as our VPPR. They're always lovely. And the background as well. And so thank you so much, everybody, for your time. So as the president, I'm going to call the meeting adjourned.